All right, guys, this is Ed Perky, Chief Growth Officer at Pound Social, back at it with another one. I'm going to teach you guys how to scrape 50,000 potential prospects off LinkedIn, and today we're going after social media managers. So let's get right into it. Just going on this screen, and here we go. So the tool that we're going to start out with is called Phantom Buster. I love this tool. It's pretty much an API tool for people that don't know how to code, just for me. And the API that we're going to use is the LinkedIn Sales Navigator search export. And so this gives us a pretty much basic line-by-line use case on how to set it up, create your account, add LinkedIn automation to your account, configure, and by the time you're all said and done, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more how to do this, you should have a list that looks like this. And I think there's 20,000 contacts on this so far, and I'm about halfway done. And the cool thing about this is that you can take this list, you can plug it into your CRM, your data enrichment tool, your automation tool, to then target these prospects. And for me, with Pound Social, we just launched our hashtagger tool, which helps users find the best hashtags for their Instagram content and then other content on social media. So social media managers, hashtags for content, it's a win-win. And so I'll be able to contact all these users on LinkedIn and then other forms of social media to reach out to them. Whatever use case that you have for your business, you'll be able to do that for them. So let me show you how I do that. First, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Search, you go into Phantom Buster, like I said, right into the API store. We can use this API, which I have right here. You go into the console, and here's your console. Now, what you're seeing here is results from what I've done before, but we can set this up right here. It's kind of tricky setting it up with getting cookies from LinkedIn. So the best thing that you can do is go right here and download the Phantom Buster extension from the Google extension store, or from the Google the Chrome store. Sorry. From there, what you're going to do is pop over to Sales Navigator, right? And with here, like I said before, I'm going after social media managers. And now when I got down my search, right, so I'm looking for just social media managers that's actually in their title, because when you're looking for social media managers, I mean, they could have been a social media manager or SMM like 5 years ago. That's not what I want. I want it in their title, right? And when I looked, there was like 50,000 or 80,000 total across the United States, okay? Well, that's not good, because the most I can scrape at one time, right here, it gives us that total. And you're always running into that total, because whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, there's always these arbitrary settings that you're running into that they're going to limit your scraping, right? Because they don't want you stealing all this data. Not stealing, borrowing, right? They don't want you taking all this data. So 25 at a time. So how do I break that down? Well, I broke it down by states. So you can see I have my states here, but then you have another setting that you run into, and that's you can only have a certain amount of saved searches. So what I do is I go into here, I get my cookie from my LinkedIn page, and you can do that by inspecting your page. You can go into, again, you can just click this and it'll give you your cookie right away. I believe it is, yes, it's here. Application, cookies, LinkedIn, LIAT, I believe. Is it LIAT or LIAT? It's one of those two. And then you just copy that, and then you put that right in there, and then you're good to go. The second thing then is you put in your spreadsheet. Now this is my spreadsheet. And so when you hit this console and then you hit good to go, what it's going to do, it's going to spin up the API in the engine, and it's going to actually search on each one of these saved links, and it's going to start scraping the data from each one of these users, okay? So it's going to go to each one of these 1,900 users and then get the data and put it in your spreadsheet, right? And then I'm going to show you why that's important in the next video. Or maybe I'll touch on that actually towards the end. So it's gonna go grab the person, put it in the spreadsheet, so that you can use that data later on for the data enrichment or automated outreach. And then number of lines of process per spreadsheet per launch, because you don't want to be just pounding Sales Navigator, because they'll actually close your account if you're using it too much. Generally, I'll just do anywhere from 6 to 10 searches a time, depending on if I'm in a hurry or not. And there are more settings within Phantom Buster that you can leverage too, depending on how much you want to really use it. But generally, I won't do more than 10 at a time. And then you're good to go. So what does that look like? So I just Nashville, Tennessee. Let's see, so I was doing this. Let's see if. So what I'll do, I'll go into LinkedIn, save search result. What you do is you take the entire link, go back into here, and then paste. Looks like I already did that one. I'll come back, go into save searches, Nashville, Tennessee area. So I'll go to Texas cities. And now here's an example of when Texas, the state, was too big. So I had to break it down into the cities, right? And so we're trying to stay below that 2,500 mark. And we're going to take that link, copy the link, put it right into our Sales Navigator search database, and then go to the next one. So what's the next one? The state of Texas total, view all results, because now these are live too. So you notice that it said plus like 500 new ones. The cool thing about LinkedIn is that because it's a growing platform, Facebook and Instagram, which are the same entity, they're monetizing their user base, right? Where LinkedIn is actually giving you access to the back end of their users through Sales Navigator. So I've got 1,600 results right here. I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to put that right here on number 7, and I'll continue. So that was all of Texas. And my last one, which looks like 4 states right there. And so you can see how total results is 371. That's because new people were added to this, right? So like new people have the job, social media manager, or they changed their position, or LinkedIn found them, or certain things changed in the platform, right? So it's a live list. But I want to view all the results, so it's updated within the platform. I'll copy that, and then I'll add that right here. Okay, so it looks like I have 8 lines total. That's fine. Make sure that I jump back over here to do the 8 lines of process for my search. Name of resulting CSV file. I'm going to change this so I know to update it within my list, so for this one, like the total, this was actually like a number of like 3 or 4 searches. This is actually linked into, so this is actually just one of my searches. Let's just save that. Let me bring up the big boy. Bring it up over here. So we've got 24,000. And this next one should probably add around 20,000 more, maybe, if we're lucky, if everything runs as it should. And so we can see on our console, our cookie's good, our spreadsheet, you guys know how to make it searchable, obviously. Share with anyone, the link can view, that's good. Sales Navigator is open. And then I actually have this set, right? So I saved it right here. And in settings too, you can actually go in and, so like, let's say I was scraping a huge list of like 100,000 users. I could set it repetitively, like twice a day. I only wanted it to run 300 minutes, number of folders. So there's a bunch of different adjustments that you guys can get to make it really leverage it exactly how you want to. And so because I already ran it today, I won't launch it right now. So you might say, okay, Zeb, what the heck are you going to do with this list, right? You've got like 23,000 people. Well, this is a highly targeted list of social media managers across the United States who are on LinkedIn right now, right? That's their current title on LinkedIn. So what I can do, I've got their first name, last name, I've got their company name, I've got their location, I've got their company website, right? So what I can do is I can enrich this data. So I can go for email, but even better than this, I can take the first and last name and I can pop it right here, okay? And so this tool is called Dux Soup. And it's a tool, Dux Soup Turbo, I think is like 55 bucks a month. And I can just take out the first name and last name and then the profile URL, drop it in there, and then it'll start engaging with every single one of those users, I think up to like 500 a day. And each one of the profiles that I put on the platform can engage with those users every single day, drop a nice note, and then reach out to them. So that's how you find users on Sales Navigator, search them out, look who actually is relevant within the United States, how to stay within that 2,500 level based on the settings within Phantom Buster, how to set up those links within Google Sheets, and how then you can execute on that data with either visiting those users or commenting or messaging those users or enriching that data with email within your CRM or whatever you want to use for your own use case. All right. So, like I said, my name is Zeb Perky with Pound Social. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for taking the time to check in. Make sure you guys check out our new product, the Pound Social, the Hashtagger. It's a great way to find the best hashtags and target users on Instagram. So, thanks. Peace.